check our strings one more time. Something weird happened on the way. All right, well, welcome to our final orchestra concert of the year for middle and high school orchestras. This is actually my third concert in 3 weeks and my last one of the year, too, so we made it. And at this point, I am tired of talking to audience members, so I'm going to let them do it, and off we go. Sarah.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Sarah. I play violin in the 8th grade orchestra, and I'm pretty talented and funny, and just overall amazing. Can you believe that? Oh wait, I'm so sorry, guys. This isn't about me. Anyways, welcome to our spring orchestra concert. These past weeks, we have been working on 5 difficult music pieces, and we are gonna play them for you now. So hope you enjoy our performance tonight.
My name is Jalen, and I also play violin in the 8th grade orchestra. The first song was requested by the greatest person ever, me. Anyway, many of you will recognize this music from the Avengers movies. The fast violin part was a challenge for us.
My name is Aurora, and I play bass in the 8th grade orchestra. Some of you may recognize our next piece as well. A Shogun Farewell has was composed for the PBS series The Civil War and has since become a very popular fiddle tune, although our cello player also really likes this one. This arrangement features one of our 8th grade violinists, Lillian Westergaard. We would also like to welcome to the stage Brad Westergaard, who will accompany us on the guitar.
Hi, my name is Lucas, and I play violin in the 8th grade orchestra as well. For our next piece, we will bring you back 200 years to Beethoven's 7th Symphony. And the second movement is one of Mrs. Gaylord's favorites and features two main melodic and rhythmic themes. The first theme, which uses a repeated rhythm, is introduced by the low strings. The violins take this over while the violas and cellos introduce the other main theme. You will hear this theme played by every instrument section throughout the piece.
Before we move on to our last piece, I do have to talk to you for a little bit. So we have up here, of course, our 8th graders who will be moving on to the high school, and actually they're going to move on to the high school in like 20 minutes because they're going to be playing a piece with the high school orchestra tonight before they leave. But before we do that, we have an 8th grade award that is given out every year to an outstanding 8th grade orchestra student. This award recognizes a student who demonstrates musicianship, leadership, and dedication to the orchestra program. I can always count on this student to volunteer, to show up, and to inspire others to be their best. It has been my great pleasure to watch this student's growth over the past 5 years, starting in 4th grade as a beginner and now finishing up 8th grade. And this year's Director's Award for Orchestra is going to Sarah Garcia Lugo.
My name is Owen, and I play viola in the 8th grade orchestra. There are 3 different melodies played by various instrument sections. One thing we worked on was our dynamic contrasts, as this piece has a lot of dynamic changes. This is a fun piece for us to play, and we hope you enjoy listening to Lionheart.
go more front. All right, good evening, everybody. Got a little bit of an interlude for you tonight. On stage now is the Beaver Dam High School Viola Choir. If you've seen our high school orchestra at any point in the last couple of years, you may have noticed that we have a large amount of violas. And that's awesome. It is. And we're excited to have the Viola Choir here for you tonight. They performed a number of times this year, both at district and state solo and ensemble. The piece they are playing tonight is the theme from String Quartet, Opus 76, number 3 by Joseph Haydn. This piece is more popularly known as Emperor, and it is the national anthem of Germany. So, the Viola Choir.
Our first piece is Petite Suite, Beautiful Flowers, composed by Yukiko Nishimura. This piece consists of 4 movements: Blooming, Shiny Day, Sunset Waltz, and Toward the Blue Sky, played without pause. This piece will feature Zoe Lord and Lily Bauernfeind on violin.
Our second piece is Dance of Iscariot, composed by Kurt N. Moser. This piece features many challenging rhythms, some tempo changes, and a wide range of dynamics. We hope you enjoy Dance of Iscariot.
Thank you. I have a number of awards I give out as the director of the orchestra program every year, so I'd like to award those now. I have 2 awards and 3 recipients this year, and we're going to start with the Outstanding Underclassmen Award, which has 2 recipients. This award is given out to any student not in the senior class that is a member of the orchestra. So, our first recipient has had an excellent school year in orchestra. I've been particularly impressed by this student's leadership of not only their section, but the whole orchestra. This student excels rhythmically and never backs down from challenging parts or things that he is not familiar with. I'm honored to present the first of this year's Outstanding Underclassmen Awards to Dalen Johnson. Our second recipient of the Outstanding Underclassmen Award has had an incredibly impressive year as a musician. To list some of their accolades from this school year, 3 events qualified and performed for at State Soul and Ensemble, 2 semesters of student service to the orchestra program, and acceptance into the WSMA State Honors Orchestra. This student finds new ways to impress me every day, not just in orchestra, but in the way she carries herself as a student at Beaver Dam High School. I'm honored to present the second of our Outstanding Underclassmen Awards to Emily Gutknecht. The director of a school's orchestra program presents the NSOA, or National School Orchestra Award, annually to the top senior musician within the orchestra. This year's NSOA recipient has been a rock within the music department for the last 4 years. His participation and dependability has been a constant throughout these years, not just in orchestra, but in his participation in jazz band and pit orchestra as well. I'm honored to present this year's National School Orchestra Award to Brock Klumpers. All right, back to the music.
Our next piece is Fiddler's Fortune, arranged for string orchestra by Bob Phillips and Renata Brott. This piece features fiddle tunes, Red-Haired Boy, St. Anne's Reel, and Blackberry Blossom. This arrangement was written for a premiere by the Wintergrass 2021 Virtual Youth Orchestra. We hope you enjoy Fiddler's Fortune.
With this being our last concert of the year, that means this is the last concert of the high school careers of our seniors here in the high school orchestra. I want to thank them for their dedication to this program here at the high school, their time in the middle school, and all the way back to elementary. And if you've been in it, I think both of you have been in it since 4th grade, I believe. That's 9 years in this program here in Beaver Dam. And that's a big commitment, and I thank you for that. And I'm sure Mrs. Gaylord does too. It's been great having you. We have a small senior class this year. It's just 2, but I do want to recognize them. So when I call your name, guys, if you could come on up. I've got a flower for each of you, and I'd love to shake your hand one more time. So our 2 seniors this year are Brock Klumpers and Ellie Ramirez.
This year's senior selection is Bereas, composed by Todd Parrish. In Greek mythology, Bereas is the cold north wind. The mysterious opening of the piece leads to an exciting finish. We hope you enjoy this year's senior selection, Bereas.
At this time, I'd like to invite the 8th grade orchestra back to the stage. As they're coming back up and getting set up, we are finishing with a combined piece. I'd like to do a few thank yous, a few reminders and things, just as this is our last concert of the year. If you didn't get a chance to look at the back page of the program, below the 7th and 8th grade orchestra, there's a number of thank yous just to people in the district. So please, if you have a moment as we're doing this, just take a look at that. But special thanks, especially first to all of you for supporting, whether you're here as a family member, a friend, or a community member. Thank you for supporting all of these young musicians as they perform here on the stage. And thank you to Greg Richard, as always, for lights and sound, making us look so good, sound so good, and to our music staff here in the district for all of their support. So we're going to finish setting up here, getting ready to go, and we'll end with one more piece for you. Oh, on your way out, as with all of our concerts here at the high school, you'll see a couple workers with some wicker baskets. If you're able to give anything, $1 or $2, all of that money goes directly to support the young musicians you see on the stage. Thank you. We'll be ready in just a second.
Tonight's concert will feature the combined 8th grade and high school orchestras, and it's entitled Barbarian Raspberry, composed by David Schaefer. Written in the style of the 19th century rhapsodies of Brahms and Liszt, Bavarian Rhapsody combines the style and the form of these masterpieces with well-crafted melody. This piece will feature soloists Zoe Lord and Lily Bauernfein on violin, Emily Gutknecht on viola, Dalen Johnson on cello. Thank you for coming tonight, and we hope you enjoy the Bavarian Rhapsody.
Thank you.